In the heart of a dense, fog-laden forest lay an abandoned town called Blackthorn Hollow. Once a thriving community nestled between rolling hills and lush meadows, it had been reduced to crumbling ruins over decades of neglect. Locals whispered that something sinister drove its inhabitants away, a curse so powerful no one dared return. It was here where our story begins, with Emily Carter, a young journalist in her late 20s, who sought answers about the mysterious disappearance of Blackthorn's residents. Her curiosity stemmed from personal loss. Her older brother, James, vanished without a trace while investigating the same phenomenon years ago. Determined to uncover what happened to him, she packed her gear and ventured into the eerie woods under the cover of twilight. As night fell, the air grew colder, and shadows seemed alive, twisting and writhing as if mocking her presence. Emily's flashlight flickered intermittently, casting uneven beams across moss-covered stones and rotting wooden structures. She pushed forward despite the creeping unease gnawing at her resolve. Suddenly, a chilling scream pierced through the silence, reverberating through the hollow like a ghostly echo. Heart-pounding, Emily followed the sound until she stumbled upon an ancient church at the center of the town square. Its stained glass windows were shattered, revealing blackened interiors bathed in moonlight. A faint whisper echoed inside, "Welcome back." Inside, she found remnants of past lives, faded photographs, tattered letters, and dusty relics scattered throughout the nave. Among them lay a journal belonging to Thomas Grayson, a former resident who documented strange occurrences before vanishing himself. His entries spoke of the Watchers, shadowy figures that haunted dreams and preyed on fear. They weren't just legends, they were real. But as Emily delved deeper into the journal, she realized too late that she wasn't alone. From the corners of her vision, shapes began forming. Tall, gaunt silhouettes with hollow eyes and mouths stretched wide in perpetual screams. Panic set in as they closed in, their cold breath brushing against her skin. Desperately, she ran toward the exit, only to find the door sealed shut by unseen forces. Trapped within the confines of the cursed church, Emily knew this was more than just a story, it was survival. Hours turned into days as Emily navigated the labyrinthine corridors of the church, each step revealing horrors beyond comprehension. Walls shifted unpredictably, creating dead ends or leading her back to familiar rooms filled with grotesque artifacts. Masks carved from human bone, candles dripping with blood-red wax, and altars adorned with symbols etched in ash. Her encounters with the Watchers grew increasingly frequent and violent. These spectral entities moved with unnatural fluidity, their elongated limbs contorting in impossible ways. Their voices, when they spoke, resonated deep within her mind, planting seeds of doubt and despair. "You will join us," they hissed, their words laced with promises of eternal rest. One fateful night, Emily discovered a hidden chamber beneath the altar. Inside, she uncovered a massive tome bound in leather cracked with age. It was titled Liber Umbri, the Book of Shadows, containing forbidden knowledge about the Watchers and their origins. According to the text, they were once humans consumed by grief and rage after losing loved ones tragically. Bound together by their shared anguish, they became trapped between life and death, existing as vengeful spirits seeking redemption through sacrifice. Reading further, Emily learned of a ritual capable of breaking the curse, but it required offering someone's soul to appease the Watchers. As much as she wanted to save herself and potentially reunite with her brother, the thought of condemning another to such torment weighed heavily on her conscience. Meanwhile, the Watchers intensified their attacks, feeding off her growing desperation. During one particularly brutal confrontation, they dragged her into their domain, a twisted reflection of reality where time stood still and pain never ceased. Here, she witnessed countless victims being tormented endlessly, their screams blending into a deafening cacophony. Among them, she saw James. He appeared gaunt and pale, his eyes sunken but still recognizable. When he noticed her, he tried to reach out, mouthing words she couldn't hear over the chaos. Tears streamed down her face as she reached for him, but the Watchers intervened, pulling him back into the abyss. That moment solidified her decision. She would end this cycle, even if it cost her everything. With newfound determination, Emily returned to the main hall of the church, clutching the Liber Umbri tightly. Using charcoal from burnt candles, she drew intricate sigils on the floor according to the instructions outlined in the book. Each symbol glowed faintly as she completed it, pulsating with energy that made the air crackle. Summoning every ounce of courage, she began reciting the incantation aloud. Her voice trembled initially but steadied as the power of the ritual took hold. Shadows converged around her, swirling into a vortex that threatened to consume her whole. Yet, she pressed on, knowing there was no turning back. The Watchers materialized en masse, their forms more menacing than ever. Their leader, a towering figure cloaked in darkness, emerged from the crowd, addressing her directly. "Why do you resist? We offer peace. Surrender your soul, and we shall release those trapped within us." Emily shook her head defiantly. "Your peace is nothing but endless suffering. I won't let you continue this cycle any longer." Enraged, the leader lunged at her, claws extended. But instead of attacking, Emily thrust the Liber Umbri into the sigil at the center of the circle. A blinding light erupted, forcing all present, including herself, to kneel in submission. The Watchers screamed in agony as their essence unraveled, dissolving into particles of light that ascended skyward. However, the price of liberation came swiftly. The surge of energy drained Emily rapidly, leaving her weak and gasping for breath. As the last of the Watchers disappeared, so did the church itself, collapsing into dust and leaving behind an open field bathed in dawn's golden glow. Amidst the wreckage, Emily spotted James standing nearby, whole and unharmed. He smiled warmly, extending his hand. "Thank you, Em. You've freed us all." Tears streaming down her cheeks, she took his hand, feeling herself fade alongside him. Though her physical form dissolved, her spirit soared upward, joining countless others in finding true peace. Years later, visitors occasionally reported seeing two figures walking hand in hand along the edge of Blackthorn Hollow. Some claimed they resembled siblings reunited, laughing and talking as though nothing could separate them again. Whether these sightings were real or mere figments of imagination remains debatable, yet they serve as reminders of the sacrifices made to break curses binding souls to despair. From Emily's journey, we learn valuable lessons about love, loss, and redemption. Fear often stems from misunderstanding. Confronting it requires bravery and empathy. By acknowledging the pain of others, even those long gone, we can heal wounds thought irreparable. So, dear viewers, remember this tale next time you feel overwhelmed by life's challenges. There is always hope, even amidst darkness. And now, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the story. Thank you for watching.